I'm just putting together some research videos. I'm starting a new channel. Actually, I started this channel a long time ago. I'm just going to start using it now. For several reasons. I'm being fucked with a lot on my regular channel, my Mike Wozniak channel, so I have these other channels set up already anyways, and I want to start getting other people to use them, so I'm going to have one channel that's going to be a shared channel. Man, I was doing better with 20 there. One of them is going to be a shared channel. And I'm just going to start having people upload whatever footage they get, digital collection of electromagnetic nanoparticles. So I'm going to try to get others, because it does work in street interviews. I call them zombies. What do I like to call them zombie street interviews. Or if they argue with me, retarded zombie street interviews. Thank you. I'm going to turn around because this lady just took my foot. Yeah. So, anyways, what happens is when I'm doing these street interviews, these zombie street interviews, I hand people this box, which is sitting right beside me. It's called an EMNC box. What a fancy name on it. It's a little cardboard box with a handle on the fucking thing. And you stick your cell phone in there. It takes the glare out of your eyes. It takes the glare out of the camera. And when you look inside the box, you're not hurting your eyes when you're trying to collect nanocarbon from the atmosphere, the cloud level. One of the things that I noticed as I've been doing this, because I've been doing this now for 7 months, the street interviews on the nanocarbon. I've been doing zombie street interviews for years over other shit as well. But now I'm going to start getting into, see, another thing I never do with zombie interviews, never have, never will. I don't put people's faces on camera. I don't need them. It's unnecessary. I don't need to embarrass people. Or argue with people for that matter, because they won't even be embarrassed. That's how they're so dumb that they won't even be embarrassed by me ranking them out for what I'm going to start ranking them out for. So, for example, they'll grab the box, they'll see the imagery. I'll start by telling them that I'm collecting nanocarbons. If I tell them they're looking for imagery, they will not look. They won't even look into the box. If I say I'm looking for imagery in the clouds, they won't look. They were taught that that's crazy. All your life, you're taught that you're just seeing what you want to see when you see things like that in the trees and the clouds or whatever. That's called your imagination, they were told. So therefore, if you tell them, hey, you want to look at the cool images up in the clouds or in the trees or in the fields or in the rocks and the stones or the water or the ice or the smoke or the steam or any of the other places or even for the fucking moon for that matter, then they will tell you, no thank you, and they'll walk away and they won't even look. But if you stand there with an EMNC box or fancy looking box, try to make it look interesting, and they'll say, what are you doing? Collecting nanocarbon from the clouds. Oh, really? Can I see? Especially because they hear the word carbon and they automatically think like they're sitting there. It's about saving the earth. It's about saving that everybody's so fucked up. And then I'm supposed to feel guilty myself. I'm supposed to feel guilty about calling everybody zombie morons when every fucking thing out of their mouth comes back to religious bullshit. And it's constant. I always like that. That's the way it is for everybody, everything. It doesn't matter. So going to YouTube, what I found is I'm not getting any more. It's not getting out there any more by going to YouTube than it is me being on the street. Really, if you think about it, you add up all the views that I've gotten on YouTube, right? Just off the top of my head, I'll say maybe 500 views. 500 views, because you figure I now have 11 subscribers, but for the first while there, I only had one. So what I'm doing is I'm attracting people from other people's channels by, again, tricking them. Everything's got to be a trick. It's all got to be a trick. There's no other way to get it out there, as far as I can see. So what I'm doing is I'm posting and making series dedicated to certain people. Usually people that I like I'm just getting off right now. I'm just finishing up New Earth for Sylvie and Brother Sanchez. And the New Earth for Sylvie and Brother Sanchez, that's aimed at getting those two to come to my channel and to learn something that they actually already know and they just refuse to talk about because they have to already know. So what I'm doing is I'm calling them out, is what I'm doing. I'm calling them out. Are you another one of these piece of shit shows that is out there? There's by the millions. I'm related to half of them. I grew up with most of them. They're everywhere. They're by the billions. There's 6.8 billion zombie slaves. There's no shortage of zombie slaves. And they will not break their programming. They will not. They will claim that they're not programmed, and they will make claims that, but it's very evident to me that every one of them is programmed, and they will not break it. So what I'm now doing is I'm now going to take this onto the other channels, because I'm going to stick the EMNC box in their hands with the equipment they need, and they're going to post the And I've done this before, but not with the clouds, not with the MNC, not with the nanocarbon. I've done this before and other things, and it does work. So I'm going to do this. I did this before with measuring curvature. I went and hired people on Craigslist, just $10 an hour, don't take long. And what they do is they unwittingly prove to themselves, they'll deny it when they're done, but they'll prove to themselves that there is no 8 inches per mile square. They'll go right back to fucking living on a ball after they're done. I mean, like I said, they refuse to break the program. And so I'm kind of glad that I went through all those lessons with those other things in the past years. Being able to prove that and see that for myself, how it all works and how this is going to go down. Because it's not going to go down the way that you would think. You'd think that you tell people these things and they'd go and look for themselves, especially when you got something they can see for themselves. How are you? When they got something that they can see, there's no sense in driving to the park that way, because I wanted to kind of take a ride to the park, but it's all foggy up there anyways. They were chemtrailing all day. The imagery is good, but I'm going to have to go pick it out. I don't think I'm going to grab anything good on the dash cam today. What do you call it? Let's go through this way. I'll shoot this shit. So, these assholes that are out there. What the fuck, man? So I do these zombie street interviews with everybody, and when I'm on the street, they'll look up in the box, they'll see the imagery. They will start calling it out, what it is. Oh yes, I see the lion. Yes, I see the dog. Yes, I see this. Very rarely do they drift off of what's actually there and use their imaginations to see anything. It's very rare. Like I'll get the claim of a bunny rabbit, and bunny rabbits actually do fall into the rodent category according to some of the people that were writing me. Rabbits do fall under the rodent category, but I've just never personally seen a rabbit. Every time I think I've seen a rabbit's ears, when I look in deeper at it, it always ends up being something else. In a rodent category, yes, but the ears end up being something else. They'll end up being facial features of another. Again, it's feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. So it'll be some kind of facial features, but because it's image within image within image, and they see two white streaks coming out of a cloudy area that they see the rodent in, they automatically think rabbit. They're not looking long enough or steady enough to know, is that really a rabbit's nose? Is that a rabbit's noses are a little pointier? Maybe it's a pudgy rabbit. Let's look at the ears a little better. Do those ears even belong to that, or are those in our imagination? Anyways, the point of doing this other channel and doing this way is that I'm going to get others to unwittingly go out, see it with their eyes, and they can deny it after they're done. After they're done, that's fine. But think about it. If they're holding the box, they're going to take the pictures. They're going to do the videos of the nanocarbon and the imagery. Let them do those videos. Then when I get them back, then I can go over them. But if they taking the camera and they're fucking flagging the camera around and they're moving it around and they're picking up all the imagery just like I do, and they do, because I do the street interviews. So I know that they do this on the street. On YouTube, what happens is on YouTube, they'll be bitch. People will bitch and moan, or they'll bitch. They won't go do it for themselves. They won't look. Even nobody even goes and looks. So, but what I do get is I get pissing and moaning that it's my imagination. So if I show you the imagery and you see the imagery, then it's something that I did, some kind of trickery that I had done, is the next thing that I will hear. Oh, well, you must have been, it's probably them filters that you're using, the plastic filters. No, you don't need the fucking filters. I'm just trying to give you contrast. I can see all this with my eyes, people. I mean, there's no problem with me seeing with my eyes. And it might seem a little either crazy or scary to you hearing that. I'm looking out at a lawn in a field right now as I'm talking to you. I see the imagery. I walk up to a fucking girl who's walking in the store with shorts on. I see the imagery and the cellulite in her skin. and the back of her legs. I see it everywhere. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I see it in the trees. I see it in the water. I see it everywhere I look. There's nowhere where this imagery is not. The only places that I ever cannot find any of this imagery, and it's there. Okay, let's say the branches of a tree, right? You think that the branches of a tree, all these, and I've been saying this for a long time. You look between the branches. Look between the branches and between the leaves, where you see what you think is nothing. What? When I try to explain to people, there's no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as zero. They do not exist, and it does not exist. Infinite and infinity do not exist. Zeros do not exist. This is hard for people to fucking accept. They have a hard time understanding this when I say this, but you can see it with your own eyes. So when I'm looking between those branches and I see those triangles, now that I see the fucking triangular shapes that these nanocarbon run in, then I know that between those branches where I used to see nothing, now I know there's something there. It's called nanocarbon, and it's all around us. I'm blowing it out of my mouth right now as I'm speaking to you. I'm swishing my fingers through it. We live in it. We swim in this nanocarbon. It's all around us. And this nanocarbon creates imagery. And very strange to me that I'm only seeing the feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast, and that's all anybody else ever fucking sees. Because everybody else that I ever give one of these EMNC boxes to, and I take them around and I say feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast, that don't come until after they already start naming off everything they see. The only time they start naming off crazy shit is when they stop looking, and they only will look for seconds at a time. As soon as they start realizing what they're looking at and they freak out inside, they fucking shut down. They shut down. They can't hack it. And this goes for everybody, all ages. I could hit the high school kids when they're coming out. I hit them up at Cumbies. Wow, holy shit, that's cool, man. That's fucking amazing. Wow. And then I'll hear shit like, you should make these boxes and sell them. You get like $6 a piece for these boxes, as if that's what this is all about. Everybody wants to be entertained, and everybody wants a show, and then you start to explain to the kids what they're looking at. It has nothing to do with anything they were ever taught in school. Their parents don't even want them listening to anything that doesn't have to do with spinning it around on a fucking wet pear ball, fucking rocket flying through the vast of outer space, and the sun's going to hit us any day, and we're going to Mars because Trump said so, and it just one rabbit hole bullshit story after another. They're all lying motherfuckers. All lying motherfuckers. Nothing I can do about it except just keep going the way I'm going. Trying to find new creative ways to get this out there, and just hope that someday one of these larger channels maybe will start waking up, and then he'll start waking up some of it, because they claim they're on the awakening. A lot of these bigger YouTube channels and stuff claim, oh yeah, we're fucking awake, man. We're gonna wake everybody up to all these psyops and scams and lies, and well, you're just going right into more and more lies and bullshit stories. What I'm offering everybody here, they can see for themselves. Kind of takes the fun out of it, don't it? Can't go to fucking television and watch NASA fucking sending up their rockets in what you think is outer space. That's all done. Can't go to the conspiracy site with the guy who wears the tinfoil hats and tells you all about nanocarbon and says nano. That's all done. Because it's all around you. You don't need to go to them channels anymore. It's all around you. You all have trees, grass, water, fucking sky, moon, clouds, all around you. Anybody could be doing this. Anybody. It's all there for us to see. Open your fucking eyes. That's all. It's simple. Nobody wants it that simple. They want it fucking complicated. Or go to any of the flat earthers, right? It's flat earth. Fucking they hold up a glass of fucking water to prove to billions of people that the earth is flat and not supposed to solve everybody's problem. No, it's just more rabbit holes and arguments and debates and bullshit. No, bullshit. Don't bother with them. It's all fucking nonsense. So, it's funny. with these nano boxes, these EMNC boxes. That looks like my uncle's car. Yeah, it is. What the fuck's he doing? Yeah, with the EMNC boxes, it's nice because, you know, they are able to go look around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting posts on next week. I'm going to drag it out a little bit because I'm just really sick of YouTube. Like I said, I'm just fucking tired of YouTube. What happened is I'm picking up people from, as subscribers, I guess. I think 2 or 3 of my subscribers are from these other channels, which one of them is probably A Plain Truth, Jamie Lee from A Plain Truth. I'm pretty sure I picked up 1 or 2 of his people somewhere back down the line, starting with the Homeless Patent Project. When I started doing the series to A Plain Truth, I was pretty sloppy about A Plain Truth series that I did to him, but anybody that was supposedly on an awakening as much as he was, he should have went and looked. You know, the videos were good enough for me to get through to him, for him to go and look and come clean about everything, but he didn't. He went the opposite direction. He went into nanobots, and rocks and stones were one-time human or silica beings, and you know, no. It's nothing what I showed you. I told you you can see it with your eyes. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people. So obviously he's a liar. He won't go look for himself, then obviously you're not on any kind of awakening. And he's going to bring you down political rabbit holes of solar sun simulators and all this shit. So I've been ranking him out now since that. Now it's probably, again, starting back about 6-7 months ago. Now it's probably 7 months already. So what I noticed is, though, now, is the little faggots are fucking flagging me. They're fucking flags, man. They're fucking faggots. So these faggots been flagging me. For what? For what? I went back and I watched those videos that they flagged, and they flagged the shit out of them. So these are some videos that I watched myself, let's say 15, 20 times, right? I watched them 20 times myself, and they got 10 views on there. Damn, fucked up. And they got like 10 views. Damn. And 10 views and 12 flags. How the fuck do you get 10 views and 12 flags? That doesn't make any sense. And then another one, homeless. So that's when it started, was around the Homeless Patent Project thing. And then a lot of dislikes, you know, or thumbs down or whatever, dislikes, coming from those guys as well, which is no big deal. The dislikes is no big deal, but the you know, likes or dislikes, either way, don't really matter to me. What I want is the people that I'm making the series to come out, and I'm calling them out. So if they don't come out and start talking about this, then obviously they're not going to see it. Obviously, and if they do see it, then it's either one or the other. Either you're seeing it and you're denying it, which, again, at least I know who you are now. And then if you don't see it, then again, you're still a coma victim, and I don't know, you're still a zombie. So again, as long as I know, I feel better about that, and I can move on. And I'll keep going through them. Now, YouTube's really good at throwing me suggestions of who to go to, but I don't really trust their suggestions, because I'll be talking about it for like a week or two or whatever about who I'm going to go for next. And all of a sudden, on the right-hand side of my screen, as if I'm talking to a robot, the robot starts talking back to me and, like, shows me a bunch of fucking douchebags who are all talking nonsense on there with 9.2 million views about the universe and the solar system and and they got fucking 9 million views. Get the fuck out of here, man. People are so stupid. So, supposedly, if I was to follow my intuition, I would be making videos to that person. But I kind of, you know, I'm seeing it, and I'm saying, nah, it's too weird, you know, you're still doing this, you know, all this YouTube shit, you know. This fucking phone's gonna drive me nuts. get distracted myself from every fucking thing. Yeah, so anyways, back to what I was saying about the MNC boxes. So I'm starting this new channel. If you think about it, doing the street interviews, if I do the street interviews and I put them all online, in other words, usually I don't even, like, what I normally do is I won't show their faces for sure, and I will continue to not do that. I don't think that's right, really, to put their faces on there. And then I don't really feel like I can rank them out as bad. I can't rank them out that much if I put their face on there. But if I just use their voices, nobody knows who they are. Who cares? One zombie from the other. Who cares? So, no one will even know who they are. No one's mentioning their names. I don't give their fucking plate number. None of that shit. But it's very interesting to listen to these people, listen to these fucking people's programming that they had all their lives as they see this. And they see this for themselves happening right in front of their face, and they still fucking deny it. It's amazing. It's amazing to me how this works. So I'm going to get some kicks out of that. And at the same time, by running the post, I'm going to get other people to collect the nanocarbon for me. So others collecting the nanocarbon for me, this will again show you how the zombies are. Because they'll take a position, they'll take a job, $10 an hour, and I'm only going to offer $10 an hour per hour of usable footage. So they're going to have to make sure they get really good, really fast at bringing me usable footage. Because I can take 3-4 hours of video, and if you don't know what you're doing, 2 hours of it's wasted. So I'm going to have to show these people how to go grab the imagery so that it's the most for their buck, so they can make the most bang for their dollar. And I'll throw it out there, and we'll start going through people. Now, I know from experience from years before when I used to do the many other things, but one of them that I keep coming back to is the measuring curvature, because that was one of the things when I started doing that, people thought it was fucking nuts. They'd come out of I'd hire them from Craigslist, just want to make an extra $60 a week or whatever. It's not much. I don't have any money. I'm poor. So, but it's worth it to get this done. It's worth it. I'll pull the money out of my ass and come up with some way of doing this. So what I do is I put them on, and then they would come out. They'd see that there was no measurable curvature. They would continue to make up excuses for the system, the fake system that is, their program, the one they were programmed with. They would usually come back with space shit. It's usually outer space stuff, or it's God, or Satan, or something of that nature. It always falls under those religions. And they could just walk away with it. They'd go right on to their, the regular programming, partying, getting laid, their career, their job, career, car, all that kind of thing. Their friends, their whatever. They're going camping this weekend. There's a baseball game coming, whatever. Everybody's got all distractions. Everybody's distracted from what I'm trying to show you. And that's purposeful, just so you don't look. Because it's all around you. If you actually opened your eyes, you would see it everywhere. It's all around you. That's why they do the distractions as bad as they do. That's why there are so many distractions. I always wanted to know that. I always wanted to know why so many lies. They have to. Because if they just left it alone and didn't lie to you about every fucking thing, you would just see it. Your eyes would be open, you'd be looking around, you're like, oh, fuck, man. Yeah, that is kind of a coincidence that it's always feline, canine, ape-rodent, human, and beast. I must not have much of an imagination then, I guess. Because really, in my real world, I know of kangaroos, giraffes, fish, fucking whales, turkeys, chickens, roosters, you name it. I mean, I know lots of animals. Why don't I see them? Why are they not in the imagery that's in this lawn that's right in front of me? Why are they not in the imagery of these clouds that are above my head? Why are they not in the imagery that's in the trees all around me? Why? Why is this? Why, when I go down to the water and watch let's use the ocean, because I like doing the ocean, watching the tides roll in and out, and I can easily see this imagery in the sand, the beach, the snowbanks, if I want to wait until winter time. It's everywhere. So why? Why is it only feline, canine, ape-rodent, human, and beast? No one's going to ask that question. No one can even get to that point. no one's gets it. You know, they will not open their fucking eyes. So you gotta force feed them this shit. It's unbelievable. And they prefer the lies over reality. They will take the lies and the bullshit story over reality any day. And they switch it around on you, though. They'll always switch it around. Hey, dude, when you gonna fucking get back to reality, dude? You fucking idiots. I am fucking in reality. I'm the one. I'm the only one. I'm the only one searching for the reality. And here I find it. I'm sharing it with y'all. And then you're just looking at the ground at your feet, you know, and usually into a cell phone. And I'm telling you, you don't have to come to my channel to see this. This is not a magic show, you know. This is not even entertaining, and it never was set out to be an entertainment thing. This is about reality. This is about me sharing what I have found with all of you, and then if you out there are really truly awakened or even on the awakening, you can go see it for yourself. Seeing it and knowing the things that I know are not going to hurt you in any way. They're not. And even if you go out and tell people that you see it, they don't give a fuck. They're so locked up in their fake ass system, they don't give a fuck, man. They'll go right along with you and just say, "Oh yeah, I see my dad." Because I've had zombie interviews and I don't know if they're still posted or not. I had to delete a lot of videos. I had a lot of videos that were copyright striked, and I had a lot of videos that were flagged. They flagged the shit out of them, so I just took them down as well. So I just did that. So that's another reason why, too, I think it's better to have the other channels going. So I'm just going to leave the channel Michael Oziak at rest. I'm going to start all over fresh on this new channel. I'll get going on it. I'm already starting on it, actually. I'm starting to upload research videos to it. It's going to be Miguel Everyone channel. And then I'll have others. I'll just keep doing that with other channels as well. And I'll have other people uploading to them. And then from the Michael Oziak channel, I'm just going to go ahead and use those videos to make videos out of. I'll use them to make videos from, which is great. That's great. And that'll get me started on the second channel. And then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, 8 channels. You know, I'll get rolling on them as the weeks click by. I'll get them all started and start handing them out to people as I get people responding from my Craigslist post, because that won't even be going until next week or something. But it is a lot of fun. I promise you that. I will definitely have fun with it. But any subscribers, it's a blast watching these people. You won't be able to see them, but you'll be able to hear them. And when they see this shit, man, with the Zombie Street interviews are so amazing to me. The refusal to want to even look for themselves, you know? It's right there. It's right there. It's all around you. It's amazing. And yet, they will not fucking look. What time is it? Yeah, nope, not gonna do it. It's not what Judge Judy told me. Judge Judy would have told me, and maybe I'd listen to whoever the fuck they listen to. But the rabbit holes, the fucking rabbit holes, man, they suck so bad. I mean, the bullshit stories are just, I'm so tired of it, man. Been tired of it for years. You know, you force down these rabbit holes a lot of times because you want to know, you don't want to leave it unattended. So you go ahead and you research this shit and you realize, oh man, that was a waste of fucking a week of my time or whatever. But then there's a lot of them that are not. I mean, look at the whole flat earth thing. You would think that would be a waste of time to research, but it's not. It's actually very good to research it. Unfortunately, it's a huge psyop, and the earth is not flat, and those words alone are the whole key to making it a psyop, or the wording. It's just the wording. Is what makes it that way. And so another one that I was talking about last week was the trees. You'd see people pissed off about the trees. Why were there no trees? The mud floods, all this shit. Well, when you start looking and you realize, holy shit. So look, you have to look for yourself. You can't take others' words for it. So unfortunately, I had to waste some time, go out and research the trees. But now the tree research that I did, that I got on my tree research based on stone research, which again was another rabbit hole that I went down. But again, another good rabbit hole. There are always good rabbit holes. The rabbit hole doesn't begin and end with watching a video. That's what most people do. They'll watch a video, someone will be talking about the side of a mountain or whatever, and it's got imagery in it. Because there are a few people out there that are doing that with the, it's imagery. It's got the imagery in there. And they're claiming that imagery at one time were silica beings, silica creatures. And I'm going in now, since I found a nanocarbon, and I'm redoing those people's videos, and I'm saying, no, look it, I can point at millions of them. You're not even pointing at them. The clouds, same thing. There's spaceships up there. There's they call them triangular UFOs, craft, alien craft that are supposedly up in the clouds, and like Jamie from A Plain Truth and his buddies, they're all on all that shit, It's bullshit. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. Just another psyop out of the many, many, many. Because as I showed you, there are 6 triangular shaped nanocarbon. And these nanocarbon, when they go behind certain heavy metal clouds, they will appear black to your eyes, dark gray to your eyes, white to your eyes. And then when they come out and there's little puffy clouds around them, catch them again, because they will seem transparent and they will look blue to your eyes. Kind of the same way that I'm talking about the branches on a tree. Or hold your hand up in front of your face and spread your fingers out, right? See all the triangular shapes in between your fingers? See those triangular shapes? Okay, well, you might think that between your fingers is nothing. There's no such thing as nothing, is what I'm trying to get clear to you. I'm trying to make you understand, if I could, anybody out there, somebody fucking wake up. There's no such thing as nothing. There is something between your fingers. Not just air, but nanocarbon. We swim in nanocarbon. It's all around us. It's everywhere. And this nanocarbon creates imagery. Among other things as well, but that's one of the things it does, is creates imagery. There's a lot of rabbit holes I would love to go down. Like, I just don't have time for it, really. This is too important to get all this out. And everything that I've been telling you about the nanocarbon, people can see with their own eyes. There's no having to go search down things that you cannot prove. These are all things that you can prove. You will see them with your own eyes, and I'm trying to stick to that. Like, I could love to go talk about things that I know are fucking bullshit stories. I mean, right now I'm looking around my town that I'm driving through, and there's a pharmacy on every other corner. You go one block, you hit a pharmacy. You go another block, you hit another pharmacy. You go another block, another pharmacy. It's just a little town, but it's like that throughout every town, every city, every fucking state. It's like that everywhere. The pharmaceuticals are so out of hand. Commercials, again, entertainment, right? We're all entertained by these commercials. Nobody stops to think about what they're actually saying in these commercials. Just real quick, since I'm shooting the shit about nothing anyway. For example, you get, let's say, heart attack pills, heart attack medication. Someone has heart attack medication, and you listen to the commercial, and yeah, you don't want to have a heart attack, so take this, it'll make your heart better, and blah blah blah. And then what happens is listen to all the warnings. Listen to all the warnings that come right afterward. There's a fucking more shit that'll go. Your kidney failure, liver fucking failure. Don't do this. Don't take it if you do this. Don't take it if you do that. You could kill yourself if you take it with any kind of alcohol. There's all these warnings, right? You can't be on any other medications besides this one, otherwise you'll croak. And they're pretty much guarantee you that you'll fucking kill yourself if you do any of those things. So, just laughing at him, watching shit around me. Yeah, so I'm trying to find ways to make this more fun for myself. I'm trying to get around the whole YouTube thing. Like I said, the YouTube thing seems to be pretty useless, really. As far as getting to more numbers, it doesn't happen. And then Facebook, same thing. I love laughing about the Facebook shit too, because Facebook, when I started out, it was, I don't know, I had 12, 13 years, maybe, somewhere around there. I signed up for Facebook. Within a month or two, I had 900 and something family and friends on Facebook. Over the years, people got to realize that I wasn't the same zombie douchebag that I was when I was a young kid. And slowly I got down to about, not slowly, but over that period of time of, let's say, maybe over 7-8 year period. Over 7-8 years, I got down to 300 and something friends, right, and family. On Facebook, 320 maybe, something like that, 360. Then, after that, it's funny because now I go on now, and it's 186 family and friends